Yeah, everybody, welcome in a little right about now with Betsy Rawlings, Fayetteville Athletic Club, joining us on this one. We missed you last
I
week while you
know
were
you
gone.
missed me so
We
much.
we did. It's always great to have your voice on the show.
Marcy did such an amazing job, but
Right.
and I'm very thankful that she was able to be here because even though I had planned to be out anyway, I actually had absolutely no voice at all. Even if I was here, you wouldn't have been able to hear me.
So what went on with that? I know that Mackenzie, who, if you don't know, audiences don't know, that's Mackenzie and I host Good Day NWA together every day over on KNWA.
Great show. You got to watch it.
Well, you're on there all the time, too,
All the
to make it
time.
even better. But she told me that she went to a wedding, that both of you share a hairdresser, right? You went to a wedding this
Yes.
weekend, and you couldn't talk. Mackenzie said she didn't hear you.
I could not. So just real quick shout out to Lindsay Embry now over at Haven. Not many people can handle natural blondes and make them actually still look natural. And so when Mackenzie moved here, I had to share my secret with her. However,
lemon juice.
She was lemon juice and sunshine.
Lemon juice in the summertime.
So she was getting married on Saturday, and I was dealing last week with what started out with just as a cold. Allergies took over. I completely lost my voice. On Saturday, I was not going to miss this wedding. I was like my mouth was moving and you could not hear anything, and I was shouting at people. So I went to this wedding anyway and really could only talk to Mackenzie and my friend Shannon, who was my +1 for the wedding. She's also goes to Lindsay. But it was a hoot and a half. People kept trying to talk to me, and
What
I kept
happened?
going.
I mean, was it? Do you think it was to do with the seasons? Like, it's been in Northwest Arkansas recently. It's been hot, and then it's been cold. We've been
Hot
70
and
degrees,
cold
and we've been
hot
30
and cold
degrees.
and hot and cold. And Northwest Arkansas this time of year tends to be very windy anyway, and it
Windy,
had been
yeah.
exceptionally windy. And it just turned into a major allergy flare. It went from already my immune system down a little bit with a cold, and me not resting the way I should. And then allergies took over. And
You're the wellness expert on every show I do, and I
know.
like that you're calling yourself out.
I am. I'm calling myself out, but it just took over my throat, and I could not produce a single sound. And so I still don't quite sound normal, but I mean, I'm
you
talking.
sound. I would say you sound 98% normal.
98%, 6, 7.
6, 7. You sound 6, 7 better than you did yesterday. Even
It's true.
So,
Every day is a little bit better.
you've gotten
So
a
we're
little better.
getting there. We're
Yeah.
getting there. And hot drinks help a lot.
Hot
because I always-
toddies. Those are the drinks that help
Hot
the
toddies
most.
are the way to go, y'all. That's it right there.
So okay, so you did that. You were out last week.
Mm-hmm.
You brought food today.
Of course.
Is that for now? Beginning of the show? We getting into that later? What was your
We're just gonna
intention?
go ahead and eat it because
Why not?
I didn't have food the week before I was gone,
Right.
which was just weird and felt wrong. And then I was gone. So
When she said she didn't have food, she ate food that week. She just didn't bring any food
I
on to
didn't
this
bring
show.
any food to the show.
Don't want the audience to be confused and think that
I ate.
you
I
don't
promise.
sleep, you don't eat,
I don't sleep. I don't
but
eat.
you're a wellness
I
professional.
am just here for you.
Yeah.
So today it was the kind of day that just deserved some treats. So
It's treat day.
I
so
walked
it's a cupcake.
across the street to this wonderful place called Baked by
We
Corey.
love Baked by Corey.
And I brought us 2 different cupcakes. One is a pumpkin cupcake
Okay.
with a cranberry
So is that the one that
cream
has the red
cheese
topper?
That's got the red topper.
Okay, I have half of it, so I'm just gonna
We each have
bring
half.
it
I'm
up.
gonna- I'm
Right
gonna-
here you go. You can
Yes.
see it.
And then the other one is a vanilla cupcake, but it has a chai topping.
Listen,
Maybe it
I'm
was a
here for
pumpkin
it.
Cupcake. Y'all, I have forgotten now what I got. It
Well,
looks
here's that
delicious.
half.
I do remember that the icing is chai.
I hope that it's chai. Okay, I have to say I've never been. We talk about this every week. It's not that I hate coffee. Coffee is fine. Like my jam was always a hazelnut latte. But if I ever wanted to treat myself, I would get a chai tea latte. I really like the taste of chai. I haven't done that literally in years.
Literally.
I should go treat myself. Maybe this holiday season, that's what I'm
Treat
going to do.
yourself, Jason.
So what did you start with?
So I just started with the cranberry,
Uh-huh.
and it was amazing. It was so good.
Just that
That was delicious.
little dip of icing I just had tasted amazing.
Just so good. And as much as a coffee drinker as I am also a big tea drinker, and chai is one of my go-tos. I like chai without even the latte. I just like chai.
Yeah, I like tea.
with a little splash of milk.
A little splash.
A little splash.
Okay,
Okay,
let's talk about this.
let's do it.
You're a wellness professional.
Yes.
'Tis the season of indulging.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, lead up to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
What do we need to know about that? I feel like, okay, I know you're going to say this, but I want you to elaborate more.
You have
But-
to say it in my voice.
I really want to say this, but what I want you all to know is everything in moderation.
He's so right.
You can have it, but just limit what you...
I
people
mean-
are sick of listening to this already, so I can see how
They're over
bad,
it.
unbearable
over
the
it.
weekend was. But yeah, tell us about that, kind of that theory. And I've heard you say like the 80-20 before, but maybe we let ourselves do a 70-30. Explain all of that.
During the holidays, definitely lean that back to a 70-30. And on the holiday itself, I mean, even lean it back to a 60-40.
Nice.
Um,
Hey, okay.
You're actually going to harm yourself more by stressing out over it, making your cortisol come up, making your body be stressed, because if your body is stressed, then it doesn't want to digest the food that it's eating.
Yeah.
And you actually end up eating, when you try to withhold from yourself, you actually end up eating more calories than you even realize, because you're like, I'm just going to eat a bite of this. And then I'm
That's
going to go back and I'm going to
fascinating.
eat a bite again. And then I'm going to eat a bite again. And if you had just taken the piece, you would have eaten less. But now you've gone back, 5, 6, 7
Yep.
times. I did it again, Jason.
Yeah.
You've gone back 5 or 6 times. There we go.
You just
And
like
you've
to say
eaten
6,
more bites.
7.
I do. I want to see if my kids are keeping count. They're not watching. I
Oh,
want to see
no.
if they're keeping
Why
count.
would they?
though.
They're like that guy again? No.
Um,
Okay, so wait. I want
Yeah.
a couple of just follow-up questions,
Okay.
qualifiers. First of all,
Yes.
when we talk about these numbers,
mhm.
we're saying that you're good or that you're targeting your health 80% of the time and then 20% of the time that you kind of
Correct.
you're okay with just whatever.
Yes.
So it's 80% great food, 20% mid.
80% real food. I'm paying attention to what I'm eating. I'm paying attention to how much is on my plate. I'm trying to make sure that it is whole foods. I'm focusing on my protein intake, my fiber intake, my calorie count. 20%, you're letting yourself eat the cupcake.
Right.
Get the latte instead of the black coffee. Go out with your friends and eat at the restaurant and not have to worry about, well, I have to make sure my dressing
Right.
is on the side. Okay, I mean, sometimes it's nice to put the dressing on the side because sometimes they put a whole lot on
They
there.
do. They slop that stuff on there.
And yet, learning to just listen to your body, slow down, and enjoy the food that you're eating, you're going to naturally eat less anyway. If you are adding movement into your day, you are going to burn off a lot of that anyway. So beating ourselves up is not worth it. Obviously, I want you to be healthy. I want you to pay
Sure.
attention to what you're eating, but it's not like we're doing this holiday thing 24/7 the entire year.
I want to deep dive into one of the points that you made here.
Okay.
And that was something about if you just have the thing, something about cortisol levels and you'll be able
Yes.
to enjoy it. And if you don't, then it's almost like your body, what I took from it is like your body's working against you and you're not going to digest it as fast and that's not as good for you. But explain like the biophysics of that. I don't
Of how that happens.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Okay. Cortisol is our stress hormone, and we all know that, right? So when our body is in stress, it is shutting its functions of everything else down so that it can focus on fight or flight. We are obviously not running from the bear, the tiger, the whatever anymore. Our body sits in a high cortisol state because we live in a naturally stressed, constant go, go, go state. And we want to bring that down. And anytime we get stressed, on top of our normal stress, we pump that up a little bit higher. So our body is starting to shut other things down so it cannot focus on digestion. Our body needs digestion, whatever food we're eating, to take the micronutrients out of it, to decide what we actually need and what it can slough off. And the speed of our digestion makes a determination into how much, within reason, how much fat and calorie we are actually absorbing from that food. If we are stressed, our digestion is slowing down, so that food is sitting in our system longer, so our body is absorbing more of it. If we are in a fairly normal state and our cortisol levels are kind of doing their own thing and going up and down the way they're supposed to, our body is going to treat food better. It's going to digest it at a normal pace. It's going to get it through the body at a normal pace, and you're going to actually get from it what you're supposed to get from it. If you are highly stressed, it's part of why your body naturally wants you to not eat when you're stressed. Because it doesn't want to focus on digestion. So it's going to slow digestion way down. You're more likely to get heartburn, feel bloated, and that food's going to take longer to get through your system. So your body's going to keep trying to absorb stuff from it because it's still sitting in there thinking it needs to take something from it. So
tell me how
take your breath.
Tell me
down.
how working out plays into this, right? Because I'm sure that affects your cortisol level in some way.
Yes. So exercise actually bumps your cortisol on purpose. We want it to bump our cortisol because we want to hit kind of that stress factor. That's where you have to know your body. The older we get,
So
we actually don't want to sit.
You're intentionally triggering cortisol to stress your body out.
Correct.
But how is that good?
You're burning the sugars off. You're burning off all of the excess stuff, the stuff that's easy for it to get to, that fat that's just kind of sitting around.
Yeah.
If you are there too long, it will start to burn your muscle, but you are burning off the stuff that's already in there that your body has to grab quickly and easily as energy. So that's why the higher the intensity we go, the shorter of a length we want to go, because if we're sitting at a super high intensity and we're burning all that stuff off really fast and we stay there too long, now the body has to start to look for ways to get that energy, and it's going to start to pull it from places we don't want it to.
Right.
So high intensity, that's why we stay in shorter times. Lower intensity, we're not burning it off as fast. So we can stay there longer because the body is not going to burn through it as quickly. But you also have to know what your body is, where your body's at, how much fat you have to burn, how much muscle you have, so that you know how much sugar your body can produce on its own. What your
I feel like I need a course. I don't understand how having muscle produces sugar, but that's probably a topic for a whole other time.
I could take hours explaining all of this stuff to you. If you
how
really
many hours?
are that
like
interested,
6-7
hours. If you're really interested, just come talk to me.
That is fascinating, though. But I think the big takeaway is, while we're in this season where it is easy to overindulge, just remember to pay attention, right?
Pay attention.
And eat in moderation. Treat yourself on days you want to. But
if you know you're going to have a great big meal, don't skip food before, because then you're just going to be overly hungry and you're going to end up naturally overeating. But just be mindful of what you're eating before. Take a walk before. Take a walk after. And the days surrounding it, just be a little more conscious of what you're eating.
Okay.
And let yourself enjoy. Let yourself enjoy the holiday, your family, your friends, the food.
All of it.
All of it.
Just enjoy it,
Enjoy it. I'm going to.
We're going to keep enjoying these cupcakes that we have by Baked by Corey. We're going to come back in a little bit. We're going to talk about the Farmer's Almanac. What is it? Why do we still pay attention to it? And several other trending topics, things we can look forward to this season. So stay with us. We'll be right back with a little more right about now. Welcome back. Here we are. We've been eating our cupcakes and talking about how you should enjoy yourself over this season. Okay, so we said we were going to talk about the Almanac, the Farmer's Almanac, right? It's been around, I'm going to say forever, but probably not that, since 1792 is what I'm saying right here, which is a long time. So what is it, and why do we still pay attention to it, and does it matter? So let's just bring it up right here.
Bring it up. Let's look.
Here it is. Okay.
So the Farmer's Almanac, or the Old Farmer's Almanac.
Old Farmer's Almanac.
Okay. It started in 1792, y'all. That is back when Washington was our president. So it's been a trusted guide for generations that forecasts weather, gardening tips, gives timeless wisdom. They've always got a horoscope in there. There's usually recipes and things, and it goes through the different seasons. So before we had amazing meteorologists like Dan and Josh, we had the Farmer's Almanac to tell us what was coming up. And it uses it at the time. They didn't necessarily know that it was science the way that we call it science, but it really
Sure.
does use science to make predictions. Now, they are predictions, but to make long range weather predictions, offer gardening calendars, provide astrological sign information,
Right,
fishing
that's your horoscope
information.
stuff.
That's your horoscope stuff. And it uses astronomy, it uses the stars, it uses historical data, it uses what they call proprietary information, which I would assume just is their buildup of information that they've created over the years,
Right.
and monitoring activities like the ocean, atmospheric pressure, and what the solar system is doing, mixing it with folklore. And they claim to have an 80% accuracy rating on these long-term predictions. Now, Josh was just talking earlier. I heard him talking about how it can be long-term predictions are very, very, very difficult.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
but 80% accuracy, I
That's
mean,
pretty
I'll
high.
take it.
And I think one of the things that I like about it is that they have tried to modernize a little bit. Like they
Yes.
have different ways that you can engage with the Farmer's Almanac. They've got this whole section about gardening. So it's not just about the one thing. Now they sort of expanded, right?
Yeah.
I like the section that they have of the book where you can like plan ahead. So like even if you're looking for spring or summer trips and you're thinking, man, are we going to have a rainy season? Is it going to be? You could look it up in the Farmer's Almanac
Right.
and
They
it'll
give
tell
you
you.
ideas. They tell you, this spring is going to be a great spring to plant XYZ,
Right.
or this fall is going to be a wonderful fall for your pumpkins.
Yes.
Plant them early. It predicts when the last frosts of the season are, so that farmers have an idea of when to start planting. And horoscopes are always fun.
Okay,
I mean,
let's do this. We have on the website, I'm sure if I click this is probably going to take me to something else, but
probably.
we have a question of the day.
Okay.
Let's see if you know the answer. What does AM and PM stand for?
AM and PM. So I always said
Post something?
post morning,
Post morning
and then I guess my brain just
After
says
midnight?
after midnight.
or
But
something?
I cannot imagine that is
No,
actually
I'm sure it's Latin or Greek or
what it
something. Let's
means.
see. I'm going for the answer. Oh, you got to email them for the answer?
Oh no!
Oh, wait, here we go. No. They stand for, I knew it was meridium. They stand for ante-meridium, which is before noon, and post-meridium, afternoon.
Jason, guess what the word of the day is?
Meridium? Oh, no, I saw it's windbag.
Windbag.
Yeah, and I thought it was appropriate since you're on the show today.
Since I'm here.
Windbag, what does it
I'm
mean? Well,
here.
it's a boring person who talks a great deal about uninteresting topics, according to their definition. That's not you, Betsy.
That's not me.
No, not at all.
Now,
A
I am a
windbag.
little interested why it says today is the best day to go camping, because I don't know where you are, but where we are, it's not a great day to go camping.
They didn't get that. They didn't get the rain forecast correct. here
However, it
today.
does say prune to encourage growth, prune your plants,
Yeah.
and straighten your hair, which the weather right now would be, if you have naturally curly hair, might be a great day to.
We're going to do long range weather
Straighten
for
it.
our region.
Let's do it. So that was, okay, so that's one of the things this time of year you really start to see people talking about their persimmons.
Okay, I was going to bring that up in just a second because we can do the spoon thing
Okay.
in a minute. Let's look at December, okay? So starting rainy in the first few days. This is according to the Ye Old Farmer's Almanac from
Ye Olde
1792.
Farmer's Almanac.
December 1st through 3rd, rainy and warm. And then a big chunk, December 4th through 15, it's going to be sunny, mild, and then turning chilly.
Okay.
December 16 through 20, it's going to be showers, then sunny, but cold. And then the big chunk of time when we're all thinking holidays, December 21 through 31, all the way through New Year's Eve, it's going to be sunny, then showers, mild, then turning chilly. Kind of
Okay.
seems like they threw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall and they're hoping that something
Hoping
sticks.
that something sticks.
And that's all right.
I'm here for it.
It says that the average temperature is going to be 1 degree below average, sitting at 49 degrees, which to me seems kind of warm for December, but I know we have more actual winter
yeah.
to come.
I do feel like we get colder in January.
Absolutely. And February is frigid.
February's
Um,
rough.
Precipitation is apparently going to be below average, 2 inches below average. We're only expected to get 3 inches of
Wow.
precipitation in the month of December. So it's going to be kind of dry, even though there are several days on this little rundown that say showers. It's still going to be
So
relatively dry and mild, is what it seems like to me if I was to categorize that. That's what I
I
heard.
can agree with that assessment. So we're just going to kind of have to circle back
Yeah, circle back and see
and
how
see
close we.
see how that goes.
Okay, so the you know what? Let's
Persimmons.
just tease ahead because
Okay.
we've been here sitting here chatting for a minute, and we always get carried away. That's one of the things I love about Right About Now, and I love that you're tuned in, is because we just get to hang out, and chat, and
We
we're
just
so
get to
grateful that
talk.
you listen in on our conversation. One day we're going to figure out a way where we can actually get your comments on the show also, because that would be super fun
That'd
and
be
entertaining for
amazing.
us. But right now, let's go ahead and take just a short break. We'll be right back with more talking about persimmons and what they stand
Persimmons.
for. We're reading the tea leaves when we come back with more Right About Now.
One, two, three, four.
Yes. Welcome back. Right About Now. Things are happening right about now. Betsy's joining us right about now. And we're talking about, we were talking about Old Farmer's Almanac, looking forward to what we can expect from weather. And now we're going to kind of go down that same path a little bit further. We're talking about persimmons and spoons, right?
Yes.
So I
So
feel
we're
like
gonna-
I learned this at a young age, but that's because I was like in the FFA in school, right? I feel like this is you're walking around the field and you pick up a persimmon to help you determine what the weather is going to be like in the
Yes.
future. Seems like something that harkens back to
It is.
times
it is.
gone by.
It is an old Farmer's Almanac
Yeah, kind of thing. Right.
You look at the persimmons, you look at the woolly worms,
Right.
Whether the acorns have their caps,
All of that stuff.
all of that stuff. But persimmons, I feel like this time of year, at least around here, we get inundated with people finding their persimmons. Friends, I don't think I would actually know what a persimmon was if I saw it on the ground.
They are kind of hard to detect, but they are delicious. So let me break it down for folks who might be curious about this, have never heard, or just want a refresher
Yes.
of what it means. So what you do is you find a persimmon. First job might be difficult. Find a persimmon. You slice it in half, because what you're really going for is like what's on the inside of this thing, because that's going to predict the future. Okay, so if you find a spoon inside, well, a spoon-shaped kernel predicts a snowy winter, suggesting you'll need a snow shovel. You see, the spoon is the snow shovel kind of thing. Let me see if I got here you go. I'm going to pull up a picture just so that you can.
It really does look
can
like
see.
a spoon.
Right, so right here, you got the spoon happening. Yeah? Cool. Everybody sees that.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you find a knife inside of there, well, a knife's shape suggests a harsh, cold winter with bitter, cutting winds.
Get it?
Okay. And if you find a fork shape indicates a mild winter with light powdery snow. Okay? So you find a ripe, locally grown persimmon, you cut the seed open, you observe the shape of the kernel inside, and you compare the shape to the folklore predictions.
The first thing you have to do is find the persimmon.
Yeah,
know
that's
what
the
it is.
biggest challenge of all. I think cutting it open and reading it isn't going to be that hard.
So we are supposedly, our area has spoons in our persimmons this year.
Do we?
Yes, we do. We have spoons in our persimmons this year. So we're supposed to have a snowy winter. Now, the thing about it, the other thing that always gets me is people automatically think winter starts in December. That doesn't mean we're getting snow on Christmas. Winter doesn't actually start
So later.
till later.
Yeah. Look
we
at this.
are still in the fall.
I've got just a graphic up there of.
There it is. Yes, our spoons, our forks, and our knives.
Right. So there
So
you
if
go.
you don't know what a persimmon is, but you do know what a woolly worm is, the woolly worms are supposed to tell you too. If they are solid black or more black than brown, it's going to be cold. If they are brown or more brown than black, it's going to be mild. Please don't pick up the woolly worms.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Don't do that. I did see one. I have seen a few, and I feel like they were kind of even, black and brown. But then
So, okay. So we're just, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if we had a harsh winter, but I'm looking at you January, February time, because I feel like a couple years ago we had a lot of snow. There was some ice on the ground, all of that. Last year we had a little bit, I seem to recall, but it wasn't. Well, maybe there were a few days.
It feels like it was big in the moment, but
Right.
then it melted quickly. And
Quickly.
we had big chunks between.
And it was like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas I feel
we
like
didn't extend school because of snow days this last year.
See, and I think that says a lot about the area, also picking up on the clue that, hey, it's going to snow.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can prepare for it. Because sometimes, personally, I feel like, man, we didn't prepare at all for this. Of course, these roads are iced over for 6 days. We didn't. What were we thinking?
We were not ready for this.
But speaking of Arkansas Storm Tracker, Zachary Hall, can we just bring up this post right here?
I loved this.
I think it's super funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
This is just proof that it is all just prediction.
yeah,
They
who knows?
don't know.
This is the snow forecast, and as you can see, the legend at the top, if you're finding that difficult to read, the purple means nobody, the blue means has, the pink means and the white area means clue. Nobody has a clue.
I love it
which
because
is
you
true.
first look, if you just look at the picture, you're like, oh, what is happening?
I
And then you
know.
look at the legend and you're like, yeah, he got me.
Yeah, nobody
He
has a
got
clue.
me. Nobody has
And it's the
a
truth.
clue.
I mean, no
don't.
shade to our own weather authority team here, because they are the most accurate, so you can find accurate weather for them.
They are amazing.
But at the end of the day, there are stray things, a stray shower, a stray snowstorm, hailstorm.
Just happens.
It just Mother Nature gonna Mother Nature, you know?
If you've been in Arkansas, if you've been in Northwest Arkansas very long, you have to have realized that even our amazing meteorologists will tell you it can be coming and coming and coming and look like it's going to hit us, and it hits those mountains or it hits the
stops.
valley, and it just breaks and it's gone, and we get something completely different. So
Absolutely. You know, Dan used to be famous for something called. Did you know this? Have you ever heard of the Fayetteville Fizzle?
oh yes,
So
the Fayetteville Fizzle.
Dan had a whole. There's probably
whole
still
thing.
a YouTube
I bet
video
we can
out
find
there.
it, I'm sure.
I'm totally gonna pull it up and try to find it right now. But yes, it hits those mountains and then it decides what it wants to do.
Right.
It's like, okay, now I'm gonna go harder than you thought I was, or you know
Or,
what?
meh.
We're good. Yeah, meh.
Not worth it. Let y'all go. Storms do it a lot.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
You found it.
Yeah, totally. We're about to listen to
Yes.
Dan sing rap for a second. Because tis the season, everybody. This is our chief meteorologist here at KNWA Fox 24, KXNW, Dan Scoff. Let's see if we can hear him.
As you know,
Oh,
in the Northwest Arkansas area, especially
There he is.
Fayetteville, sometimes
This
we
is
have a
tape-
thing called the Fayetteville Fizzle. So, you've heard me do weather raps before. We'll play the
This
song,
was happening
Dave.
in
Let's roll it.
October, I think, or late
So this is
September.
an original song written
Original?
by Matt
Original.
Friend.
Here he
You've heard me
goes.
do weather raps before, but we're doing something different tonight. We're bringing it country. How many times have you seen this? A big storm moving towards Northwest Arkansas, and before you know it, poof, the Fayetteville Fizzle. So we wrote a little country song about it. Check it out. See that red sky in the morning. Usually it means a warning that a storm's coming and it's bringing rain.
Come on, Dan. Gotta bring you up.
Thunder and lightning.
Yes.
The skies are dark and looking frightening, but don't worry, girl, it's not gonna rain on your wedding. 'Cause there's a
On your wedding.
thing that we know all too well. It's gonna crush those storms and weaken that big sail.
Get it, Dan.
I know he is
'Cause it's
rocking.
the Fayetteville Fizzle.
There it is. That's the truth, people.
Bet you a dime it'll miss us every time. Think it's gonna rain, just stick around for a while. 'Cause a big storm will turn to drizzle. It's a
There he is doing the
That
Fayetteville
was
Fizzle.
amazing. amazing.
Our own Dan Scoff. I got to text him in this next break and tell him that we just played the Fayetteville Fizzle on right about now and see what he thinks about that.
See what he thinks.
He's got a great voice. Listen, Dan, we were at an event, Ultra Suede, the party band I sing in, played at a veterans event this past November, and Dan was the MC, but he also performed at the event. So he's such a great guy, always involved in the community. He was so generous, he called me a machine on the microphone, but Dan Scoff is really the machine around here. There's no end to the great things he does for the community. So shout out Dan Scoff and our Weather Authority team. Okay, we talked about the weather. It's coming up. It's going to happen. But you know what's coming up after this is that we're going to talk about Christmas movies because it is the season to talk about Christmas movies, to watch Christmas movies, holiday movies, get festive and fun with us when we come back with more right about now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's get festive, everybody.
Festivus for the rest
I
of
feel like Dan has texted me back.
Oh, yay.
Before the break, we played Dan Scoff's Fayetteville Fizzle music video.
If you, for whatever reason, walked away during that moment, you need to roll
it back. You got to run it back. He just laughed at my message. I told him that I found it on YouTube and we played it as part of the show. What a great guy, Dan Scoff. Okay. Speaking of great things happening this holiday season, tons of movies that fans are excited about.
So many.
One of which is all the talk right now, and that is Wicked. I know me and my family saw it and absolutely loved that movie and the franchise. Yes, Dan is cruising on a treadmill right now. He said
of course he is.
He's trying to be like Jason Suel. I don't know. I told him, don't do that. That'll get you in a lot of trouble.
It will. Dan actually does way more than you, Jason. He does.
What? There's no way.
He does more than just run.
No. All those other things are overrated. Listen, I got to tell you, in the last 8 days, 6 of those days I've run 10 miles. So
look at you go.
Listen. People out there talking about their turkey trots and stuff. I'm like, 5K. Come on, Betsy. You got to do more than a 5K.
Sleep.
Tell me you haven't ran more than a 5K in years.
Actually, I haven't run more than a 5K in years.
I know. I'm so that you need to do more.
I do. So much.
It'll
more.
help your cortisol
It's
levels
help
go
me
high.
So much.
Okay, so Wicked is one of those movies that people are excited about, but let's talk about some other ones because I feel like there's several things that
Wicked is amazing. People are so excited
about
it. It's actually they've been showing Wicked just on
yes.
TV.
You know, and it's crazy because I know it only came out a year ago, but it seems like it came. Of course, now Wicked, the Broadway musical, has been around since the early 2000s.
Yes.
I think 2001 or 2003, 4, something. I think it's 2004, something like that. Anyway, has been around forever, 20 plus years. Fantastic. I feel a little sad for people who went to see Wicked for Good, the second part, without knowing anything about it, and then being surprised.
Okay.
Because I'm like, it's been around forever. It's a book. They modified the book quite extensively for the version, but whatever.
They did. But it is,
it's a phenomenon.
But there's a lot of people that are that way. They really had no idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they found a lot of people learn about things
through the
movies. Just through the movies or the streaming shows.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, but we've got a lot of other movies that are coming out over the next month.
That's right.
This is a really big time of the year for lots of movies to come out.
Are there any on this list that you're particularly excited about? I feel like all of them have their merits.
All of them have their merits. There are some that I am kind of excited about. Jay Kelly, because I love Noah Baumbach.
I love Noah Baumbach too.
And it's George Clooney and Adam Sandler. So I've got high hopes for this one. It is going to be in limited theater release. It's going to come out in streaming very quickly. So that one should be pretty easy for people to go watch. But I'm kind of excited about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
Okay.
I like the Knives Out mystery.
I've still got the George Clooney trailer going right now.
Oh, you've still got George Clooney going. Yeah. Okay, so this one looks really fun.
Remind us, so Noah Baumbach, he has not only made his own movies, but he has also worked in tandem a lot with Wes Anderson.
Yes.
So if you're familiar with that sort of style of comedy, he was a script writer on several, like I think Royal Tenenbaums and Rushmore, some movies and titles like that you might recognize. But he's also done his own projects recently, and he is just a phenomenal. I think screenwriting is probably his strength because the writing in these
Yes.
movies, it's
It's
kind of like a
so good.
return for me because we are so used to, in this current climate and culture of Hollywood, big, bombastic movies
Yes.
that don't rely so much on clever dialogue or witty.
It's more keeping your visual
visuals.
attention.
And this will be different than that.
It will. This is going to be a story that you are going to actually need to follow the story. And if you're listening and paying attention, it's I'm sure going to be a great story, and totally fun. But it's a throwback to when we had longer attention spans.
Yeah. You mentioned the Knives Out movie, which, okay, I have to say, I loved the first one, and I never saw the second one, Glass Onion.
Okay.
And I know it's been on my list to watch since it came out, and I just haven't brought myself to do it yet.
Well,
but
days are getting shorter,
I know.
so you're going to have time.
Days are getting shorter. The darkness lasts forever. The sun comes up at 8 o'clock and goes down at 4:30. What are we doing? But yes, my time is running short in order to watch this movie before it comes out. And it's got another stellar cast. These are more like ensemble casts every time, and they're always fantastic. So this is going to be a great one, I think.
Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
I mean, he nails it.
Nails it every time.
Every time.
Absolutely fantastic. He let his hair grow out long in this one, which I just kind of, for some reason, I've never seen Daniel Craig like that before.
Me neither. He's usually a very clean cut person. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, for sure. What else do we got on the
running
list?
on down the line, I am actually kind of excited about Hamnet.
Okay, I read an interesting quote by Steven Spielberg about Hamnet recently. Hamnet is, well, I don't know. Do you want to set it up? Do you know what it's about?
So Hamnet, it follows William and Agnes Shakespeare as they cope with the death of their 11-year-old child.
Right. So Spielberg, who is a Shakespeare of modern times.
Yes.
His company, Amblin Entertainment, helped to produce this one. You might have just seen their logo flash up there on the screen. And he says that we need to fight to keep movies like this in the cinema. Hollywood is going so blockbuster and so sequel heavy if it's not part of a franchise, if it's a new idea. And given not all of them are going to be a box office splash, but Spielberg says we need to fight to keep movies like this in the cinema. But just for this is what the directors, and in all honesty, it's what a lot of the actors get into this field for. It's not necessarily to play Captain America, but it's to maybe win an Academy Award or feel like you are doing your part, what you've called to do as a human being by being in a different sort of film, you know? So, yes, I agree with you. I think this one is going to be great.
My husband and I were actually just talking about the constant need for the sequel or the prequel and how it does not seem like people can come up with original
ideas,
movies anymore. And that is part of what is exciting about a movie like Hamnet is that you haven't heard this before. If you've read the book, it was a book.
You're right.
But
So
if
you've heard
you've
it
read
there.
the book, okay. But otherwise, you haven't heard this story before. And it's a very different take on William Shakespeare. It's a different look at him. You're not actually in a Shakespeare play.
Right. Or even like, glorified in Shakespeare in Love.
Right.
This is maybe more of a realistic take. Who can say? Who can say the emotions they were dealing with at that time? But definitely different, right?
Right.
What else do we want to spotlight?
So there's quite a
SpongeBob?
few on the list.
I know.
SpongeBob.
I got a big one I got to talk about.
Well, the one that's not on the list that I'm excited about is Zootopia 2.
Okay.
Just because I love Zootopia. And
I admitted to Mackenzie this week I've never seen Zootopia.
that doesn't surprise me somehow.
Really?
But Marty
You
Supreme.
think I'm a dud?
I do think you're a dud.
I know. It's so funny.
I think you think you're just better than Zootopia.
No. I'm not. I feel like it came out at a time post. My kids weren't into that at that time. They weren't into those movies.
Okay.
You're like, okay. I know there's stuff in it for everybody or whatever, but I just feel like that one didn't really hit for us as a family. Do I watch animated stuff all the time? Yes. Absolutely.
But I'm kind of excited about Marty Supreme. Timothée.
Timothée Chalamet.
Okay,
Try
so
to
what?
find that
But what are
trailer.
you? What's yours?
Where is that?
I don't know, Jason.
It's not even. I don't know that. Man, you think I'm ever better than everybody? We're having an intervention. Everybody's
Please
coming into the
hold.
room right now. What is this? What's going on? Everybody's coming to tell me. Just kidding. Avatar. That's the one I'm excited about.
I
this
had a feeling
holiday
that's
season.
what you were gonna. And this
And
one,
it is part of a franchise, and it is bombastic. It's like all the things I just said that we shouldn't
right that
gravitate
we should
towards.
be like
Right.
fighting against.
Yeah, you gotta fight against. You gotta fight for the indie movie.
Except for Avatar.
That's right.
Go
Or
watch
Wicked.
the blue people.
Yeah, I love it.
Uh,
I wasn't okay. I saw Avatar, the first one, in the cinema.
Okay.
Loved it, but I wasn't really like Avatar is the thing. In fact, I feel like I was a little bit ashamed that I had contributed
had
financially to the
gone.
highest grossing movie of all time or whatever. I
There's
was like,
the Jason I know.
right? No, it's how did I get dragged into this? And the
Too
kid,
good for
and
this.
as with most things, my kids changed that for me. They love these movies. They didn't see the first one when it came out. They saw it on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever. We
Makes
saw it at
complete
home.
sense.
Then, in anticipation of the second movie, we did go see it, the first one in the cinema because they released it for a limited time, so you could
Yes.
go back to Pandora
So you
again.
could see it on the great big screen.
Right, in IMAX. And then we saw the second one in IMAX as well. So we'll be watching this one. The kids are very excited about it. The interesting thing to me is that my daughter is not a huge sci-fi fan,
Okay.
just in general.
But she enjoys Avatar.
Loves it. Loves it. So to me, that's a little bit heartwarming because sci-fi is sort of my thing. Like I love
Yes.
sci-fi
Yeah.
and horror. Like those are my
well,
two
and
big
I do
things.
feel like Avatar does a really good job about, yes, it is sci-fi, but there is actually a lot of story involved in Avatar.
There's a lot of humanness
There is.
to it.
So, I mean, I'm not going to diss you on wanting
Thank
to see
you.
Avatar. It is one of those where I would highly recommend if you have the opportunity to watch it in the theaters because it was made to be
Right.
big.
Big. Yeah. It's like Dune or, probably Wicked. It's like these movies we're
Mhm.
having now that, yeah, you can see them at home and you should see them at home if you want to watch them again.
And it will still be enjoyable
Right.
and you will get a lot out of it.
But
But
go see it at
the
the
visual experience of seeing something, hearing something on that.
and
on
I
that big
also,
screen.
in some way, as an artist, feel like you want to be, I want to be true to what the artist
Mhm.
envisioned for this. Now, James Cameron, I don't know if he's an artist, could be debated. I don't think it's debatable. The guy's a genius, right?
I think so.
um,
In his own right. Everybody's art
Absolutely.
is different, and this is the art that he chooses.
Right.
And he is very, very, very good at it.
And when the Odyssey comes out in the summer, as it's going to be another one that you should
Mhm.
go see on the big screen because
On the big
Christopher
screen.
Nolan says, that's what I want you to do. That's how I made this movie. And I could go down a rabbit hole, but
I'm sure
another
you could.
thing is that we don't often picture them as people who are just making
Right.
art. Yes, there's a lot of money behind it, and yes, there's a lot of ego behind it, and all of that. It's not, but not the same as, but it is in the same breath as the people who are putting up a piece of art down the street at a local art gallery, right? They want you to view their art in a certain way. James Cameron, Christopher Nolan, Noah Baumbach, whoever want you to view their art in a similar way. So
They had a vision. They did everything they could to create that vision, and they want you to see that vision. But we're also the type of people that when we're watching a movie at home, we flip our TV over to filmmaker setting so
Okay.
that it actually adjusts to
Uh-huh.
whatever. Now, if it's streaming from the TV, like if it came on YouTube TV or whatever, and they're playing it, they're going to play it however they want to put it through. But if you are streaming it off of a streaming station or you've got a DVD, if you still watch those are actually put on there in as close to the way the filmmaker wanted it to
To be.
present as possible. So newer TVs have settings where you can actually take advantage of that and watch it. And it's subtle changes. If you don't know to watch for them, you might not notice them.
that's a great tip. Watch
But
it as the director
really,
intended.
it really can make a difference. It can make a difference in what tone the colors are, which can change the way that you are viewing, which can change the way you're taking what people are saying.
Totally.
It really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended.
Totally.
And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really does make a difference if you do everything you can to see a film the way the director intended. And it really do intended you
yeah.
to see it.
Well, let's do this. We're going to take another quick break here, and when we come back, we'll kind of be wrapping it up with Oprah's gift guide has been released. Everybody get
Oprah.
excited. We love it. We're talking gifts. We're talking all things festive when we come back with a little more right about now.
One, two, three, four.
Welcome back in. We just have time for a little bit more right about
Just
now.
a
in today's
little
show.
bit.
Yes. Okay. Oprah's list is out. People go to this list all the time every year. I have to say, the first time I started being intrigued by the list or even maybe hearing about it was when I started working in television. I
Makes
know
sense.
that a lot of people had been into it before that, but I don't know that I knew a whole lot about it before then. But it's a big list people go to. Everybody's looking for inspiration this year, right? Particularly inspiration for that hard to search for gift for that person who's just hard to shop for.
We all
right?
have people in our lives like that.
Right. And I feel like my kids go through seasons. Sometimes
Yes.
they're like, oh, I know exactly what I'm getting. This is going to be perfect. And then other years I'm like, oh, you better make a list because I ain't got no clue.
Well,
So-
and then the really hard thing about kids is that it can change 2 weeks. You can buy the gift, and 2 weeks before Christmas,
Yes.
it
Change it.
changes.
I know.
Like,
Oh,
well, you're
totally.
stuck with what I got you.
100%.
It.
Just yesterday we threw out, and I feel like it was last year's Christmas gift. Now, given it was a pair of slides, and
Okay.
my son just never wore them, although they were on his list.
Yep, that happens.
So
That
now,
happens.
now someone else is going to be the owner of those because we gave them to.
And they're going to love
Goodwill or
them.
whatever.
And
That's
it's
right.
going to be great. But just in time for all of your holiday shopping, Oprah's gift guide is out. If you're curious, Oprah starts way back in January, and she does actually product test every single thing that makes her
Such a hard
list.
job, Ope.
I know. How do you get it? I want that job.
Seriously.
But she goes through thousands of products, tasting, sniffing, applying, trying on, gifting them to see what other people think before to narrow it down to what is on her yes list. This year is the first year Oprah has never put a fragrance on her list before, but she has a fragrance on her list this year. Now, she's done like home scents and candles and things, but like an actual like perfume type wear it fragrance she hasn't ever put on before, and this year she has one on there. But the thing that is intriguing me the most, Jason, is right out here at front, the Sneaks.
Yeah, I knew it. I was almost going to say that. To Sneaks by somebody.
But I don't know how to say that.
Uh-huh. No, Tepper.
Tepper?
I
Sure.
100% was scrolling, and I was like, Betsy is going to like those shoes because you're a shoe gal.
Right. Oh my gosh. It is a sneaker and a heel all at once.
All at once.
Of course, it came from the brilliant mind of Sarah Blakely, who brought us Spanx. She made a high heel shoe that looks and feels like a sneaker.
I wish they were cheaper than they are.
They need to be way cheaper than they are. But anybody wanting to grab me some of these, I'm a 6.
Now you know. Now we know. Ooh, yeah. Let's go. Can I pick a category?
Fun?
Okay,
yes,
to
pick a
explore.
category. Let's explore.
Tell me
it.
what. So we got stylish, cozy, travel, kids and families, food, home, wellness, and beauty.
Yes. Yeah.
That wasn't one
covers it
category.
all. No,
You
that was all.
pick one of those.
Oh, I just thought you were naming them off.
I was.
Let's go with, I marked things that I really liked.
Okay.
Let's go let's go to travel because I really want you to see
We're in trouble.
this dog puffer jacket.
What? Look at these socks that are shoes at the same time. Do you see those?
Okay, the socks that are shoes, those were actually really, really intriguing too. Would you wear this?
I mean, around the house. Are you supposed to wear them out in public?
I think the whole
No
point
way.
with the hard bottom is that you're actually
No.
supposed to wear it
Those
out.
are slippers. I would not wear those.
I think people are going to. This is going to be seen.
That's
at
the next
Walmart.
Uggs?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not seeing. What am I looking for? A dog?
Okay, where I gotta scroll down here and find
I see.
where is
ooh.
it? It's under. I guess it's under family, kids and family.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. This is a long list, my friends.
It
It's
is a
long,
long
long
list.
list.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
What
keep
did you
going,
call it?
keep going.
A dog?
It's
what?
a dog puffer vest. There it is. Yeah, it's way down there.
The Howls Puffer.
I want to
How
put these on my dog.
Funny.
Aren't
What-
they so cute?
I did not. Oof. Every price I look at, I'm like, oof. I don't
I
know
know.
about $80
now, I'm
for
not
that.
going to spend that on my dogs. They already have coats.
But they're super cute.
But
Oh my
how
gosh! Look at that.
cute are these?
Look how cute that is. I wish our cats would put anything on. Some cats will, not our cats.
So my son's girlfriend's cat.
Yes.
Did you follow that?
Yeah.
That there.
It's
Okay.
a 6 degrees of separation kind of thing.
She actually wears sweaters
Uh-huh.
and will wear like a harness and walk on a leash.
Yeah. We had a
Like-
cat one time who would do that, and then he decided, nah, I don't need that, and just bucked it off.
Yeah.
But no other cat has ever gone on a leash. You want to? Oh,
Just
my
above
gosh.
that, we
This-
are a board game family, and this
Okay.
this mini
we are too.
Mahjong. It's a mahjong kit. Looks really fun too.
Mini.
It's just scroll up just a little from the dog puffer.
Well, I already
vest.
went away from the dog
Of
thing.
course you
I see it though.
did.
So the thing here's what I've gotten sad about recently with
Mhm.
board games. I feel like we need to get rid of some, and that
Mhm.
makes me sad because
Mhm.
I think we get 1 or 2 every year around
Yeah.
the holiday season. And then it'll always happen that one of them is a hit, and one of them we will play during the holiday season or over Christmas break,
And then
it's just done. It sits
Yeah.
forever and takes up. And I'm like, somebody else can enjoy this, but then I feel bad because someone gave it to us as a gift. It's so hard for me. I will give away the stuff that I gave to my kids, but when somebody else,
totally get that.
and then
I get that
someone will show
feeling.
up and be like, "Oh, where's that thing I got you?" And you're like,
You want to play?
"Yeah, you
want
to play?" And they'll name the gifts they gave you, and you're like,
Mhm.
I wish we could, but
Well,
we can't." Anyway,
yeah.
that's
no,
what
I totally get that
that's-
though. But I do. We
so-
love games.
Yes, good. I'm glad. Yes, and my my wife's side of the family are
Mhm.
big mahjong people, so this tracks with people getting it. Man, there's a ton of things on here you could have fun with.
So many. So what? I mean, what do you lean toward?
Oh
What is
my
on here
gosh.
that you want on your list, Jason?
That's so hard to
I
decide.
know you have you have to narrow. It's such
The
an
weighted
extensive-
vest.
The weighted vest. Yes.
I already
of
have
course
one.
you want another
Uh-huh.
weighted
I
vest.
got to do hot girl winter.
There's some really fun things. She's got the Ninja Creamy on here.
She has these, which I've been seeing, these beanies with a lamp in
with the
them.
lamp in them. I feel like these are everywhere, and
And I'll tell you, okay, well, I don't want to go down. It's too dark here in Arkansas.
It
just
is.
in general. Can we get some lights? I know that takes a lot of money and thinking and planning and whatever, but our
there
streets
are
are
some
dark.
serious long
It's
stretches
just
in
dangerous. I mean,
neighborhoods.
come on.
I have to turn my brights on
Ooh,
to drive at night.
I'm interested in these shower specs because
Okay, so are you reading in the shower? This I
No,
was
I'm not
curious
reading
about
in the shower.
because
I'm shaving. Not
Okay.
necessarily, but I sometimes.
that
I mean,
makes
I'm
sense.
getting up there. My vision isn't great, so like I use my peepers
You
to
said it,
to s-
honey.
to read, and I know I'm not shaving as well as I used to because
I just
I'll
thought
get out
it
of
was
the
a
shower.
choice that
Now, I
you
know.
were making.
I'll get out of the shower and then I'll check and I'll be like, man, I missed a spot. I missed a spot. I missed a spot. But I didn't see it, so I need some shower protected, some anti-fog readers, man.
Anti-fog readers.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think about this. I didn't think about
You
the
thought people
shaving
were
and
just
the
reading in the shower?
thing, but I was a little concerned as to why. Like, are you taking your book in
No.
the shower with you?
That is funny. They hang on a little thing and everything.
I
Okay.
mean, I could see taking your book in the bathtub.
You know what I think we
but-
should do for the next
What?
time we're on this show is that we should come back with a list of our favorite things. Doesn't
With
have to
our
be from
own- I
Oprah's.
love it.
And we will share that information with our viewers
Let's
because I'm
do
sure they can't wait to
it.
hear more about how I like to see my face in the shower.
I am sure
I'm sure it's
they are
raise
going to
up-
be waiting with bated breath.
Oh man, I hope not. Okay, as we say every week, and as I have totally proven today, you can't be right about everything, but you can be
Right about now.
We'll see you next time, everybody.